Hey guys, welcome everybody to another chart analysis update on Bitcoin and Ethereum on this channel. My name is Daniel, and as always we are starting on a Bitcoin 4-hourly time frame. The whole scenario is unchanged, exactly as predicted and exactly as we have been anticipating that for the last couple of weeks or months. And still my opinion is unchanged. As long as this wave 4 is not going above the previous wave 4, which it didn't, the view remains unchanged that we are going to see another low, since we had two separate 1-2 setups up there, a wave 3 towards the downside and two separate wave 4s which were unfolding here in this price region. So the next impulse towards the downside should really complete this 5-wave move towards the downside here in the C wave of the wave Y, and it should go in this target region in between 40,200 and approximately 49,000 US dollars, where we could potentially form a long-term bottom. So at least that's my scenario, or that's what I'm following per the Elliottwave count. Before we're going over to the Ethereum, there is a very important update I want to share with you concerning the BITMART exchange. They announced yesterday that they are going to close their exchange in 1 month. So if you have any funds right now on the BITMART exchange, I strongly advise you to withdraw those funds, because you are right now able to withdraw and you will be able to withdraw those funds for the next month. But if you wait too long and 1 month passes and you forget to withdraw your funds, then potentially you will not get your funds anymore. So that's why I'm strongly advising to withdraw right now, because you have this 1 month period where at least ChatGPT told me it should be all fine and there were no issues reported so far. So in case you have some money there, move on and withdraw it. So there should be no problems concerning that. But also that's a potential bearish news, you could say. So maybe that's what initiating our expected impulse towards the downside, which would have possibly also unfolded if there were no bad news, because that's just the way how the price is supposed to move. But obviously the news can encourage the sell-off towards the downside here a little bit more, or like accelerate, you could say. Let's switch over to the Ethereum US dollar chart. And also there my view remains unchanged. The only difference here from Bitcoin to Ethereum is that Ethereum only formed one larger 1-2 setup, one larger wave 3, so that's why we're seeing one larger wave 4 right here, and that's why we are having a higher high in comparison to this high, because as a flat pattern in the wave 4, a WXY is forming a higher high back there. In comparison to that, the Bitcoin, which had two separate 1-2s up there, he had the wave 3 here, then the first wave 4, one wave 5, then the second wave 4. Can you remember the Bitcoin? He just topped here. Because for Bitcoin, this was one wave 4, a wave 5, the second wave 4, and now comes the second wave 5. For Ethereum, this has just been one larger wave 4 in a flat pattern. But very nice to see that also that we have predicted perfectly nice on the channel. So we actually were able to determine up front that Ethereum is going to make a higher high and Bitcoin not. Yeah, you can watch the previous videos. I repeatedly said that in my previous predictions that it's going to play out exactly like that, so I'm happy about this. And yeah, I mean, that's all the update. If you have some if you have some funds on BITMART, I recommend to move them away, because otherwise they will be lost potentially. And yeah, that's the whole update for today, and I hope we see each other in tomorrow's video, guys. Until then, stay hard. Ciao ciao.